Hello YouTube. I want to make this video. I'm watching the election going on. It's actually midnight, and of course nothing's been totally called yet, but it's leaning more toward Donald Trump than it is Hillary Clinton. And I just want to bring some thoughts to you. I'll most likely be posting this, which will be after the election, so I wanted to give this to you prior to the election for just thoughts to ponder. And number one is a phrase called lame duck. Look it up. I think it's happened once or twice over all the presidents' history, whatever. But when you're looking at these two, you're looking at which is the worst of the two evils. And when you break it down basically, when Donald Trump did his supposedly womanizing stuff, it was during his single years. Now that's just common sense. During his single years, he did it, and he made comments to women and stuff. But I'm a man, you're a man, and you're also a woman. Those who are watching this, you know what it's like during the dating years and during the flirtation years. At least he was legally single when he did it. And I threw all that up because what happened with Bill Clinton during the 90s, he was married. And they called him Slick Willie because he got away with a bunch of junk regarding women. And then you got Hillary Clinton that has really gotten away with a lot of junk regarding many other things. So which is the best of the two? And I can only look at when he married Ivanka, when Trump married Ivanka. I guess that's as close as I can come to her name. Right. There's nothing they brought up at all from the time he got married till the time he is now, which is 7 years old. They couldn't find any crap on him except for he's just a stubborn, mule-headed man. Well, he's a businessman. He's not a politician. He's a businessman. Politicians, they've learned how to smooth you over, but the problem they're having now in the United States is we are now more educated than we were before. We are an educated population in the United States. And I'll look back at 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, even into the 90s. Politicians were able to sweet talk you into whatever they wanted to do. But in these days, and in this time, and in this election, it's showing me that all the crud and all the crap that's went on during this election period, the politicians weren't able to smooth over the sheep or the sheeple. Okay? Because they're more educated. You can't just sweet talk somebody or try to pull the wool over your eyes anymore. So politicians, get your head out your butt and stop the crap. You're either going to walk upright and walk normal, or we'll not vote you in anymore. We are now educated people, which means we're working on your level, or your level plane, or your level of education. No more are you going to get people who haven't graduated the third grade to try to vote for you. You see, and I can say that because my dad made it through the third grade, and then he had to leave school in order to help bring in the crops and stuff during the 50s. So we don't have that anymore. We have educated people now who are watching all this stuff and are being more astute in our voting. So take notice, politicians. Let's see what this businessman does. That's why I brought up lame duck. It's a phrase used when you got a president that's not really going to go anywhere. That's very possible with Donald Trump, because we'll probably end up with a Democratic-controlled Congress. But it's better than having the snake, the crooked one. That's the only thing I can consider Hillary as being. Benghazi, all these lies. It doesn't matter what the FBI dude Comey come up with. What matters is she still skated and bought and made her way through this election on the most crookedest platform I've seen in all my life. But that's my personal opinion, and I will digress on that. I'm trying to bring up just the neutrality of it. Common sense, people. Seriously. Common sense. You don't need to work on anything else except common sense. And once you're educated, common sense is the platform or the foundation of that education. So, let's see what happens. Huh? Remember, lame duck. Thankfully, we might have 4 more years before anything disastrous occurs. Let's hope. God bless.